And then for the post-Horizon League part of the season, so there's a lot of different meets. There's the National Invitational, then there's other certain meets there leading up to Olympic trials. So we had 4 swimmers go to Olympic trials at Lucas Oil Stadium. Yeah. To prepare for that, and we have I believe it was Alex Lankin who got the cut at like the end of May.
He last minute, and he got it on the dot. He had to go 102.19, and we went 102.19.
No kidding.
Oh yeah, yep, last minute everything.
So in preparing for that, you had some of the swimmers that already made their cuts, and then Alex being added to that. How do you prepare for an Olympic trials? Is it anything different than any other meet? You try to simplify it. Like, how do you prepare for something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's training-wise, it's definitely a little different. I mean, so, obviously, our college season's in a short course pool, right? So 25 yards. The Olympic trials, Olympic meets, our summer competitions are always long course meters that we'll see here in a couple weeks in August. And so we started training more long course meters this year than we've had in previous years. So we would sprinkle it in throughout the college season because it feels a lot different.
Yeah.
It's a lot less turns. A lot more swimming than it is turns.
Yeah, the turns are nice to have.
Yeah,
when you go to long course, like, I wish I had a wall.
Exactly. So we trained a lot more short course or a lot more long course meters than we typically done. And so we already put a focus on that. So we felt a little better with our training there. Somebody like Alex, he came in his freshman year and he was really close to that cut. And that was one thing we talked about through his recruiting process of like, look, Alex, we're going to get that cut. We're going to train a little bit more long course meters. And luckily we were able to get it last minute. We're trying to get it sooner, but hey, it all works out at the end. And so that preparation, we've done it before, and just making some tweaks and stuff like that. That's not too hard. I think the biggest thing, and I think it's something that I'm learning as a coach, to prepare somebody for the magnitude of that meet. I don't know how, because it was the biggest meet that I think any of us have been to. You know? And so I think, somebody like Christian Bart, he's been to big meets. Yeah. Right? He's been to Worlds. He's done Phillips 66 last summer at finals. He'd seen it. Yeah. And so for him, I don't know how big it felt. It still was big, but not as big as somebody for Alex and Ian and Jordan when they walk in there and you see like a stadium that can fit. I think it was supposed to fit 30,000 people, and it goes straight up. I mean, that's Lucas Oil. That's a football stadium. I mean, you're going straight up to the nosebleeds. And so I think that preparation is almost done through experience, and we tried to plan it out. Jordan is somebody that definitely needs things planned, and how you get up behind the blocks. But at a meet like that, it's not like others because there's like a pre-ready room that you need to be at 15 minutes before you
I saw they have all the chairs where you just kind of sit down and you're really alone with your thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's a whole nother feel, and then obviously the magnitude of the meet. And so I think some of that is experience, and it was funny. Alex came up to me after his race. He said, I'll be back here in 4 years. I said, all right, Alex.
That's awesome.
Let's do it, right? And so I think, again, some of that is experience. I think for me as a coach is finding ways to simplify that and not make it seem as big. But I think some of it, too, it's experience. You got to be at those big meets to know what it's going to feel like.
Yeah, the only way to find out is to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you guys got there, and we were talking about it before the interview here, 22,000, record setting. It's in a football stadium for the biggest meet in the United States, at least until until 2028.
Yeah, exactly.
But that kind of like just seeing it, you were there, and just to see it and be part of something that historic, man, like that had to feel great, right?
100%. It feels great for our sport. Right, and that's swimming's never going to be the football or the basketballs of the world, but for our sport to take over the town of Indianapolis and to put 22,000 people in a final session, I mean, it's incredible. I sent Steve and Giz. It was like a concert. They all put the little lights on their phones and they're waving them back, and it was incredible. I mean, and it's like they had a pre-video that felt like you were in a movie theater. I mean, it was way, way cool. It was great for our sport, and hopefully it's setting the standard for what our sport can be, because I think, we know swimming, again, it's not the football or basketball, but when it comes to the Olympics, I mean, that's one of the most watched sports, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's glued to those things, and we've had great idols like Michael Phelps and stuff who've gone through that and kind of set that tone, but it's definitely something where I think it's great for the sport to get some publicity and show the positives that it can bring.
And now kind of zooming out to the sport of swimming, it's Olympics this year, and like you were just saying, it's the biggest in the world. It's the biggest in the sport.
Right.
So just kind of for this season of the Olympics kind of coming through for the audience, what should they be like looking for in terms of like, they're swimming, but what's something they can look for? Something that they can connect as they're watching the Olympics this year, kind of like warm them up for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think the U.S. has been extremely dominant at the Olympics, right? Again, everybody knows the Michael Phelps, the Ryan Lochte's of the world, the Katie Ledecky. She's going again.
She's insane.
I mean, she's absolutely insane, and she's on her way to be one of, in my opinion, one of the best female athletes we've ever seen, because she's done this for years and years and years now. I think to tee him up, I think going to trials, I think what we're going to see, there's a lot of new names. And in our sport, in the swimming sport, we've had some that have been the same for a while. And so there's a lot of new names that I think that are going to come through. There's a lot of great stories. There's Olympians who've been there 3 or 4 times now and coming back and going again. And it's going to be interesting to see how they lead a young team. Because again, I think they have expectations. They have pressure to win relays and win golds. It's something that I think every USA swimming coach expects. That's what we've done for a long time. And so it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, but I think it'll be really exciting.
Man, I'm really excited to watch it. And Coach, I've been really excited to have you here. Thank you so much for coming out to the GioMoShow. I've been dying to do this.
Yeah, this has been great. Thank you so much.